In what ways does your media product use, develop, or challenge forms and convention of real media products? The music video in which we created used many of the conventions of a real media product. Due to the genre of the music video in which we created being alternative rock, it featured aspects of the codes and conventions of real media products, such as the urban setting for the narrative portion, which is similar to the urban setting of Green Day's American Idiot. The second way in which it used the conventions of real media products was that of the lighting. In most of the music videos we viewed, the background was dark, with a sharp contrasting coloured light. For this we used heat lamps to create a red glow, which contrasted with the darkness of the setting that we chose. Our music video also challenged some of the conventions of an alternative rock music video. For example, we used quite an even mix of performance and narrative footage. Music videos such as those of AC/DC from the rock genre are a prime example of music videos that purely use performance bass. So the use of narrative, if evenly used, created an entertaining effect for the audience, whilst the performance-based lines links the band to the music and helps the audience to make this link. How effective is the combination of your main product and ancillary tasks? The ancillary tasks in which we created was a digipack for the release of the single featuring album artwork and a website promoting the band and the release of their music video. With the combination of the music video and the ancillary tasks, it makes the whole production look authentic. With the combining of the two ancillary tasks by advertising the sale of the CD and informing the audience of its release, it makes it almost as if it was real. By including the music video and other links on the website, the audience become more involved. It also helps with publicity for the band releasing new material. When constructing the digipack, we used images of a cityscape to form the main part of the 3 panels. This makes the link between the theme of the song more easily identifiable for the audience. This technique is commonly used by real artists when creating album covers. What have you learnt from audience feedback? So from the audience feedback in which we gathered, it showed us that the music video in which we created, people felt that the music video was repetitive in places, which can be solved next time by changing the setting more frequently in the video or by making the narrative part more complex. However, by making the video narrative more complex, there is a risk of confusing the audience and creating audience apathy, as they cannot identify to the music video. Another thing in which we learned was that people liked having a different composition of the band. Like the setup of having a female band member helps to draw in a wider audience compared to if it being a band of all males, you limit yourself to the audience that you receive. One of the main things learnt from audience feedback was that we had achieved the appropriate video for the genre in which we were aiming to achieve, and the audience that viewed it were easily able to identify what genre it was made to represent. So overall, from the audience feedback, it showed we were successful, but there was room for improvement in making it more entertaining for the audience. How did you use media technologies in the construction and research planning and evaluation stages? During the research of the production, we used software such as Prezi to present our ideas. It made it clearer to process our thoughts on, and by using different forms of presentation software as well, such as PowerPoint, we were able to show that we could present our ideas in various platforms. For the ancillaries, we created a website through Wix. We chose this software as the layout was fairly simple, and it had a wide range of add-ons that helped us to maintain all the codes and conventions of a real web page. So it had lots of choices of different styles of navigation bars, and it was easily to add buttons on and other links that we wanted to include. And they made the whole process of making the website easier. Also, we used, for the Digipack, we used software called Label Print to create it. So basically, from the photos that we had taken in London of the cityscape, we were easily able to add these on and make them the main parts of the album artwork, and actually produced a CD case just to see how it would look if it was to be produced. And then for the main task we used DSLR cameras to record the video. This was an improvement on the cameras we had used in previous projects, allowing us to capture better sound and video quality, which improved the overall audience effect. For the editing process, we used Adobe Premiere at first. We had licensing difficulties with this, which prevented us from actually being able to achieve it, but this was later resolved. Adobe Premiere allowed us to easily put together our video and then export it. Once exported, we chose YouTube to host our content. Due to the song not being original content, however, we had copyright issues which prevented our material from being viewed on certain platforms, such as mobiles. This, however, did not prevent us from putting the content on our blog and website, as we had asked for the use of the content from the original creator.